everywhere. There's freaking, I mean, there's like several freaking drag scenes. It's yeah. But they're just kind of like naturally in the world, and it makes sense in so far as what it does. And they're not like held up on some pedestal like what woke truly is, where you take normative relationships or like normative people and you would beat them down to make them lesser so that by comparison the diverse people look better, you know, kind of like Rey, where all the men are like retarded around her so she looks better by comparison. Instead, they're all just written really well, so even the gay characters have like character flaws. They're not just one-dimensional, you know, super awesome because they're gay. No, they actually have flaws and dreams and wants and desires, and these things influence how they interact with the other characters. So one of the gay characters is a wife beater. You know what I mean? One of the gay characters is a liar who's stringing along the straight woman so he can have sex with her son. They're shown as flawed human beings, just like any other character. So it's really good and it's really compelling. And this is the second time I've been fucking just gushing over this thing. Like I said, I cannot get over how good it is. And yeah, I can't. It's I was so blown away and impressed that a show like that could be made, like that they would let it go through. Oh my God. In the last episode, this is the piece de resistance as to why this show is probably one of the best modern shows I've seen. And it's because one of the antagonists in the last episode, or the antagonist for the last episode, is a man who is pretending to be a feminist, not only to get laid, but he's also pretending to be woke so that he can look good. And it frames it properly so that you understand it implicitly, because he has done this. He has been shown to be a horrible human being. Just we know this. It's been shown. You get it. And then when he's trying to get a movie deal, right? And he tells his agent or whatever that, oh, at least half the people have to be women or people of color, and make sure they announce it so that they can't back out of it. And it's like, you can tell the only reason he's doing it is because it makes him look good. And that's why he's doing it. Not because he wants to help people of color or help women. No. It's because he's a piece of shit and it's the fashionable thing to do. It's just boom. So if you can, and to be fair, I'm pretty sure the like drag stuff is only, and it's tasteful too, right? It's like a man is doing a like show tunes thing in drag. That's all it really is. So it's not like overly sexual or any of that shit. And they actually and the best part is that not only do they subvert tropes of old school tropes, right? What the way the new people try to do, but they suck at it because they're not competent enough to do it. Where, like, you know, the strong independent woman don't need no man kind of shit. Not only do they do those tropes, but they subvert the new tropes that are all the woke tropes. So if you actually pay attention and watch, you will just, like I said, it just blew me away, because they subvert the subversion of. So yeah, they subvert your expectations by subverting the subversion of the modern tropes. There you go. That's how you do it. And I apologize for just going on a fucking another rant about that, because it's, like I said, blown away, man. Blown away. At no point in the entire show did I feel like I was being lectured to. Did I feel like there was a soapbox? None of that shit. It was all just, here's the world and here's what's happening. Enjoy. Yeah. And yeah, if you like fantastical stuff, oh man, Stephen Fry is in it too, dude. He's such a good performance. Such a good performance. I cannot recommend it enough. All the main characters are really, really good in their roles. They act well. The dialogue is like on point and fire. Like some of the dialogue, especially between Lucifer and the main character, are just so good. So good. Okay, I don't know what I want to spend my other point on. Do I get rid of this? Tempest? I mean, I like it and I use it a lot. Stagger. I definitely want stagger. With a projectile. No, we don't want that. I wonder how that works. When it says it applies it to nearby enemies, does that mean it's like a radius around me so that I need to be close to do it? I wonder. That's what my series is going to ooze, hopefully. A character we see at the start, but then comes back and tries to feature. Oh, yeah. That, Star Trek Natural or In Your Face, though. No. Like, when I say, like, let's just put it like this. Non-standard relationships make up about 10% of all relationships, or people, for instance, right? Like, it's about 92% of people are straight, and the other 8% are either gay or some other type of sexuality, right? That's about ish, right? At first, a lot of the relationships they show are gay. But again, it's not like preached in your face. It just happens to be that they're gay. And in fact, one of the relationships is between a woman and a woman, and and you come to find out through natural parts of the dialogue that she actually also dates men. So she might be bi, or she might have dated men and then turned gay, or found out she was gay, or figured it out, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal about his man. It literally just comes up through the natural, what is it? Is it diegetic dialogue? Is that how you say it? I can't remember. There's a word for that, but yeah, it just comes up naturally. It's weaved into the story so seamlessly that when it happens, you're just like, oh, okay, yeah, that's just a new aspect of this character that I just met. And then, all the stuff happens, and then they're gone, and maybe they come back later and they're referenced later because, their ancestor. I mean, it's just, it's so good, dude. Like I said, it's very, very good. I can't gush over it enough. I love it. It's amazing. And I cannot wait for the next episode. I hope to God they make I hope they make like 10 seasons of this show with that quality. Basically, it's essentially the premise of the show is that, from what I understand, it has a Judeo-Christian, theme where there's a creator and then there's Satan. But as far as the Judeo-Christian shit from there, there's not much else other than that. Maybe demons. There's demons. But the old gods, like Zeus and all them, they existed. Most of them are dead. The muses, the 9 daughters of the Fates exist. The Fates are also in existence. And the main character is known as the King of Dreams. And he is one of the Endless, which are a group of individuals that are essentially immortal and rule over kingdoms that are, well, essentially he is the ruler of the land of dreams, where we all go when we go to sleep. And then there's desire, despair, death. Death is a lovely black woman. And the episode with Death was so good that it blew me away. See, that's the thing. Is it about relationships? Yes. But the relationships come naturally with the story. That's why it's so good. It's that it's not just focusing on the relationships. It's not just focusing on the family of the Endless, and it's not just focusing on the humans that they interact with. It's just part of that. It's part of that. Yeah, Sandman. Yeah, that's it. It's part of the. It's just the story. Like that's the only way to describe it, is that it just, as the story goes on, you find all these little things out. They interact with one another, and it feels like it's a natural evolution of how Matt and Trey Parker talk about how to tell stories. It's not. What is it? It's not and then. It's therefore, right? So this happens. Therefore, this happens. Therefore, this happens. Therefore, this happens. Therefore, this happens. Therefore. And literally shit that happens in the very first episode within the first 10 minutes has impacts all the way through the story, and little spider webs here and there that coalesce into a magnanimous or magnificent story. That's kind of how it works. And it's not just, it was very well thought out, very well planned. That's exactly what I could say, because it's like I said, one of the main characters that comes in at episode 6 or something. She was FaceTimed by the wife beater lesbian chick that I told you about, who was in like the second or third episode. And she's like a friend of hers. They FaceTime for like 5 seconds, and she's like, "You sure don't want me to call her mom?" Blah, 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 blah. Because they broke up. She hit her and they broke up. And you sure we don't call her mom or any of that stuff? And then she disappears. And then you don't see her again until like 3 episodes later. And you're like, "Oh shit, it's her. What does this got to do with it?" And it really doesn't have anything to do with it, but it's still all connected. And they actually make sense of why it's all connected because of things. I don't want to spoil it if you're going to go watch it. You mentioned it wasn't about gayness, but hear a lot of that. I hear a lot of that. Haha, but just kidding. One of the story elements that's not even like in your face. Yeah, it's just I don't want to say it's not in your face, because it's one of those things. It's like, if it reflected the natural world, there would probably be a lot less like gay relationships and gay people in it. So they're more than normal that you would meet in everyday life. But in my opinion, that doesn't detract from it, because they don't make a big deal about it. It just kind of is. And there's still there's still normative relationships between men and women that are absolutely wholesome. In fact, one of the most wholesome relationships in the whole thing is about a woman whose dead husband, whose husband dies like a few months before the story starts taking place, and it's about her, and some parts of it are about that, and she meets him in a dream, and there's a whole storyline around that, and it's good, dude. It's so good. So good. And there's this whole story about a brother and a sister. And like I said, yeah. Yep. Okay. So anyway, back to the game. Sorry. Again, didn't mean to gush over that. So I literally just finished it this morning when I woke up. Yeah. Let's just say if there were 10 seasons of it, I wouldn't be streaming right now. I'd be watching it. So, yeah, I can't recommend it enough. I might end up making a video about it, because I feel like too much of the movie and TV industry has gotten away from good stories and tried to make people it's like Dragon Age with Tosh, right? They're so afraid of giving the characters that are supposed to be, you know, the empowered stereotypes of gay people, non-binary, trans, or women, flaws, that they come off as Mary Sue's or just one-dimensional, basically like my brother-in-law, who's he's two-dimensional, so that's fair, but basically his personality is gay Jew. That's it. That's his personality. Well, no, that's not true. He is three-dimensional. Gay Jew cat lover. There you go. Gay Jew cat lover. But I think the only reason he has cats is because he's a lonely asshole, because he's a narcissistic piece of shit. But that's besides the other point. Yes, like I said, I cannot recommend it enough, man. I will admit that the first episode is not nearly as amazing as the rest of the series, and it's a little boring. Because there's not much action or any of that stuff in the show in general. But it's one of those things where if you've ever seen the movie Nefarious, you know that you can have a movie with like zero action, with two dudes in a room just talking to one another for 90% of the movie, and it's one of the most compelling fucking things you've ever seen. That's Nefarious. That was a good movie. And that movie is actually based on like a Christian ethos. So the movie is made by Christians, and it's made with like a Christian mindset in it, but they put the story first so it doesn't detract from it. It's just like the 10 Commandments movie, where the whole thing is religious, or like Prince of Egypt that Disney made, where the whole damn thing is about some freaking Jewish fairy tale, right? But you don't care because it's a good story. That's what matters. And they care about the story more than they care about the religious message. And that's how Nefarious feels. It's one of those movies where like I said, it's just two dudes in a room talking for most of the movie, and it's so good and so compelling, and it draws you in. And like I said, the religious undertones, you could just, it doesn't matter. Doesn't even matter. In my series, I'm writing a worried about boring or slow, but it's going to be a set the snowball and epicness. It's kind of boring, but on the other hand, it's one of those things where it's like there's so many little story elements that just like draw you in, that you just want to know, you know, because like at the beginning when the thing happens to Dream, where it starts like the whole story going on, you're like, oh, what is this? And then the thing happens, and you're like, oh, but that's an unfinished quest that now he now needs to go on, and then this other thing happens, and then it just draws you in, and then all this other stuff happens around it, and it's like I said, it's very compelling, very draws you in. Okay, okay, I have to stop talking about it. So, am I going to get rid of Shocked? I got 4 levels until I hit that. What is this? Performing a takedown grants 50 mana and ooh. Okay. One of the things I will say about this game is that I really do appreciate the fact that you could just respec at any time. Yep. It is amazing. I really, really appreciate it. Well, not only that, because most of these upgrades kind of suck ass. So, yeah. That's probably a good reason why they do that. Right? What is this? Cold damage. Ranged attack damage, stagger. I still don't know what weak point damage is. See what I mean? It says barrier. What is weak point? You know what? Let me Google this shit. Because the thing about it is like you can't target weak points. So why does it say weak point damage? Despite being narratively rich and built around character interactions. Lying sack of shit. Most enemies you face have these, along with knowing their elemental weakness, inflicting conditions like stagger. Weak points are where the enemy... How to hit an enemy... Oh, it's only for bigger enemies. Ah, I see. Okay, so it's not for normal enemies. It's for bigger enemies. Well, that sucks. Anyway. It's okay. Like I said, I was gushing about it earlier too. And it's one of those things where it's just like I can't do it enough because of just how much I loved it. Because every single episode had me moved to tears at some point for something that happened. When the writers were like, "Hey, you should be experiencing this emotion," I felt it. I felt it every time, every time.
That Venatori,
especially the episode with Death, dude. Oh my god.
Dreading what's to come.
I can't even get into that, dude. But as my wife says, I'm a big teddy bear, so I only look menacing. Take it easy, buddy. Pow. Meet the first warden at Cobbled Swan. I don't know what that is.
They're telling us to watch out.
Find holes, make sure it's sound. Absolutely, buddy. No problemo.
Come back.
I'd love to.
Really?
If believing that. I heard about the warehouse. Darkspawn, huh? Those damned Venatori.
Is it me or does she sound like Sarah? She sounds like Sarah. Probably not the same actress, obviously. But it definitely sounds that way. So that's not the one that I have equipped. No, that is the one I have equipped. Same with that one. Ooh, 25% stagger. It's gonna be sexy. Activate all enemies within 10 meters are frozen. Damn, son. That's pretty good.
Come back soon. We'll have more.
Yes, indeed. Blah, 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 blah. Can I fast travel there? Is that a thing? That's a negatory, Ghost Rider. Negatory. It feels so weird to say that okay. To say that something. All right, I'm just gonna. I have to stop. I have to stop talking about it.
So, hiring the demon of Virantium was your suggestion.
It was a possible.
Oh shit. Bro. Okay. Bam. I didn't give up Tempest, though. There it is. Dark Squall. Skadoosh. That was a dagger to the face. That was definitely a dagger to the face.
Cat's got it.
Oh yeah, he's so dead.
Tight.
I love how little damage they do. It's so funny.
So, hiring the demon of Virantium was your suggestion.
It was a possible lead. Finding things and tracking Venatori. That's what I'm here for.
Watch for Venatori. They're everywhere.
There! Your master's bit!
Actually, do that.
End this!
And then we go skadoosh. Oh yeah, that worked. Do you like your lightning? Now take a ball of frost. There you go. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. What? It didn't kill him. Come on now. That's not cool.
We're in the clear.
Shocking weapons. Nice. I still don't know how you get shocking weapons. Yeah. I guess we'll figure it out. Was this just a different way to get there? It does appear so. I will say there is one criticism I have for the TV show I was just gushing on about. Is because I was like, oh yeah, it's like there's all this gay shit in it, and it's not really a detraction from it. It's not. The one weird thing is that nobody has a problem with any of the gayness or any of that shit in it, which would not be accurate but, you know, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. So it's a rarity increase of an item that I have. And I would lose defense, but gain ability damage. Okay. So does that mean that I have the ability to get... I am using light on both? Yes, I am. So that means I can go to skills and... What is that? Staff recharge rate. We'll refund that. And is it here? While wearing light Vitar and armor, staff energy plus 20% and attack range. Whoa! That's badass, dude. Look at that. That's cool, man. Hey there, kitty, kitty, kitty. Yep. Feels good, boys. Feels good. And the real sad part is they made the melee combat for the mage really fun, but the staff combat kind of sucks. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay. Aha! I will say, my boys, the exploration in the game does feel kind of satisfying. It absolutely feels like it rewards you for going off the beaten path. Heard of Monster Hunter Worlds? Yeah, Wilds. Yes. I've heard that it's a thing. I've never played it. I've never played any Monster Hunter game.
It's when the streets are most alive, and when I'm likely working.
The nightlife was always more Hilario's thing. He said I should get out more. Fulfilling crow contracts didn't count.
See, some of the dialogue is really, really good. Map of secret. Oh, it's a decoy. Right?
Take your time with it.
Got open beta out right now? Nice. Well, I mean, I've never really been interested in any of the Monster Hunter games.
People are still getting over demons pouring from the sky. Oh, what's next?
You'd think they'd be used to that shit in Tevinter, with all the fucking blood mages and shit. Why does he have a dot above his head? Did he level up again? Harding levels. No, he didn't. That's odd. He's got a little dot above his head. But she doesn't. Maybe that means that he's not required. Maybe that's what that means. For the mission. He's not required for the mission. Oh, shit. Was not expecting that. It's pretty good in case you want to explore. Fair enough. After I get done with after I get with the game that currently identifies as a Dragon Age game, I'll probably end up finishing up my, or at least attempting to finish up my
conspiracy. Messages to no one.
Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader playthrough. I was very engrossed in that shit. Oh my goodness. What a game. And I'm literally still like level 3. You know what I mean? So I was very impressed with that thing. An open beta for Monster Hunter Worlds. And I mean, the funny thing is like this game literally makes me want to play Dragon Age 1 and 2. Because man, people give Dragon Age 2 a hard rap. And I mean, let's be real, it did deserve it at the time. But man, it doesn't feel like it does anymore, right? Because the one thing that Dragon Age 2 did that Dragon Age Inquisition and Dragon Age and this fucking one doesn't do is it goes fucking hard, man. Like in the first 6 minutes, I released a video, right? All I did was record gameplay of the very first 6 minutes of the game. 8 minutes, I think. And it was basically a cutscene, a little bit of dialogue, fighting, cutscene. And it just goes so hard compared to anything I've seen in this game. Especially the dialogue. Whoa, what does light armor mastery do? Is that the staff thing? Is that what that ability is? Did you see that? Is that what it's called? Yeah, that's it. Greater passive. Nice. Sweet. Was that it? But yeah, it goes so hard, man. Like the cutscene, like it's funny because the cutscene looks so stilted because it came out in 2011, so their eyes don't blink right and they're a little bit janky. But dude, for the time, but the thing about it is the dialogue, the direction, it all still stands up. And Cassandra is a bad bitch, dude. Oh my god, I forgot how much of a bad bitch she was. Like straight up draws a sword in like the first 30 seconds, puts it at Varric's throat and threatens to just open him up if he doesn't start talking. Whew! And then stabs him and then it looks like she stabs him in the crotch, but she actually stabbed him in the book that was in his lap. And he's like, oh God, my nuts. It was so good. Whew. And then you go into the combat sequence and it's you and your sister, fighting a bunch of the Darkspawn, and you're just murderizing the shit out of these guys. Like, they're just falling left and right, and like one of the first groups you see, you just completely disintegrate them, and they just turn into like bones, blood, and gore all over the battlefield. And like the first line of dialogue you get to choose is, you know, good boy, funny, or badass, and the badass one is, I'm gonna kill every one of these bastards. And you're just like, compare that to the bad boy dialogue in this game, and it's like one line, and it's like, holy shit. It's like night and day, man. Night and day. Is it the final DLC? What are you talking about? That was what, the final DLC? And then right after that, then you kill an ogre. And then the freaking archdemon appears. And then Cassandra goes, bullshit! And then she, you know, they waffle back and forth about what the truth is. And then she looks at him and she's like, tell me the truth. I want it all. And then he like leans back. He does the like hands thing. Then you need to know the whole story. And it's just like, god damn. Like they knew how to write they knew how to write characters. Oh god, in an opening sequence that just blows me away to this day, man. Like, I still can't believe that this is how far we've fallen. Like, I can't. It hurts.
I am Jowin Glastrom, First Warden and Supreme Commander of Weishaupt.
Okay.
I received word of your team's request for Grey Warden assistance after an incursion of the Blight at Demeter's Crossing. How does a Morn Watcher come to be involved with the Blight in Arlathan? And not just any Watcher, but a controversial figure after what you
controversial
called during that undead rebellion.
I can explain my past. Controversial. That might sound like it's funny. Is this relevant?
My decisions regarding our noble dead are hardly relevant here.
Very well. Then I'd like to hear how a Navaran necromancer unleashed the Blight.
I love how he called me a necromancer and I literally cannot summon the dead. There's no spell for summoning the dead. The only necromancy type spells are shit, in my opinion. They look like garbage. And that was a shitty tough guy line. Let's see if this one works. Because he should be like, because I fucking saved the world from Solus while you were sitting on your ass.
I was stopping an elven god from bringing down the veil and destroying the world.
An elven god?
Fen'Harel,
Excuse me.
the Dreadwolf.
Pardon
He
me.
goes by Solus. He's got a lot of names.
I did not come here to listen to fairy tales. I am here because of the Blight.
Hang on, it gets worse. Did I kind of want to just do that?
It's no fairy tale. When we stopped Solus, something got out. According to the Veil Jumpers, it was the elven gods Elganon and Gillenane.
How
They're
is
not
this
just
supposed to be
evil.
hard?
They're blighted. The point is that the gods are making the blight worse. Demeter's Crossing was just the start. That's why we need the Grey Wardens.
I suspected more politicking from the remnants of the Inquisition. I see now that I was wrong.
I'm really glad to hear that.
It is clear that whatever you did to unleash the Blight has corrupted your already weak mind.
Okay, wait.
You will be taken to Weishaupt and placed under heavy guard until the danger you caused by unleashing the Blight passes.
Are you kidding me?
I assure
Really?
you, I am deadly serious.
I don't have time to sit here and stroke your ego. You need to shut up and listen.
Okay, that's a
The
little better.
threat is real. The gods are coming, and they're bringing the blight with them.
Let me tell you something about the Blight. It is evil, it is implacable, and above all, it is predictable. The Blight has not changed in over 1,000 years. The Grey Wardens will defeat it, as they always do.
Did he
And
not
we
know
will
what
do
happened with
so
the Inquisition?
without you causing confusion with your deranged conspiracy theories. I suggest you come along quietly.
Adamant Fortress 941 Dragon.
Whoa! What
the
up,
Grey
dude?
Wardens attempted to raise an army of demons. Hardly the models of good judgment yourselves, are you?
I dislike the hair.
Everyone knows Warden Commander Clarel
That's some gay
acted
shit,
alone at
and not in
Adamant
a good way.
Fortress.
Acted alone, you say? Imagine if everyone were to see the letter I discovered where you authorize her actions. I wonder how that might complicate the narrative.
Are you prepared to risk the security of the Grey Wardens for this deluded boy?
You may be surprised to learn that I care very little about the security of the Grey Wardens.
No shit.
Stay
I do
away
love
from
me
the
some
Blight,
Dorian, man.
And do not pester the Grey Wardens with any more of your nonsense.
Good to see you, Dorian.
He seems upset. Was it something I said?
You have blackmail material on the leader of the Grey Wardens just lying around?
That's not funny.
Of course not.
That's not sarcasm.
obtain something
Who the
like that?
fuck wrote this?
Oh, you were bluffing. That's actually scarier.
Magister Dorian Parvis, at your service. A mutual friend thought you might require some support.
Ivaris Talani, of the Shadow Dragons.
The very same.
Bro. Really? Of course he is. He hates slavery.
What's your relation to the Shadow Dragons?
About a decade ago, Maevaris and I started a political faction called the Lucerni. We were going to change Tevinter for the better. Everyone would recognize the common sense benefits of our approach, and we'd all live happily ever after.
I take it that didn't happen.
That was okay,
Mevaris
right?
was framed, kicked out of the Magisterium, and the Lucerni were dissolved. So she took the movement underground.
The Shadow Dragons.
Since I still haunt the Magisterium, that makes me the Shadow Dragon's man on the inside.
The First Warden's a problem. If he won't help, I need him to stay out of my way.
I'm sure he'll show up again. Like an ulcer. For now, pay him no mind. No Grey Warden worth the name sits in a Menrathus lounge sipping wine. You need the Wardens? Look for the ones out there fighting the Blight. In the meantime, the Shadow Dragons will keep a close watch on the Venatori. Good luck. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon.
I loved his character, man. He was one of my favorites. Like, him and Solus were so good. Like, their banter was hilarious.
Only a veil stood between us.
Because obviously,
world of blighted
he's a
darkness.
Teventer Magister, and Solus is a
But on
fucking
this
elf.
side, gods could only
Mage.
tap a trickle.
So yeah, they did not like each other, and it was so good.
They had to turn
People
that
give
trickle
Inquisition way
into
too
a
much shit,
flood.
just like Dragon Age 2.
They sure could have used Solus's dagger to rip open the Fade. But some foolish mortal had taken it. So, they'd have to create a dagger of their own,
Haven't we already seen that scene?
drowning the world in blight. Was just a matter of time.
It's like they had no plan when they wrote this, and they just kind of mishmashed it together.
I need to talk to Varric.
Oh, is that right? You just need to talk to Varric, do you? Game just telling me what I need to do. Okay, alright, fine. Sorry, I don't mean to be an asshole about it, but, you know.
How?
You getting into trouble?
Always.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. After I went back and played Inquisition a couple of times, and it's, especially with mods, it's so much better because it basically, there were several problems with the game. Pacing, and that the combat felt a little stilted. And one of the reasons the combat felt stilted is the same reason in this game. They tried to fix it and they fucked it up again. And the fact is that in this game, mana, like in the first 2 games, mana was a resource that you had a fair amount of. And so you could cast several spells before you actually ran out. And you needed to either regen or drink a potion or something. In Inquisition, it was like, especially at the beginning of the game, you only had like 1 spell anyway, or maybe 2. And even then, when you cast it, you still had to wait a few seconds for your mana to regen for you could cast another one. And they all had cooldowns. And so if they've released some mods since then that basically rekajigger the magic and the rest of the combat to where your stuff comes back, your mana comes back even faster, and your spells cost less mana. So once you get once you get a few spells under your belt, you could just bam, 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 and they lowered the cooldown of them too, so that you're not just standing there pewing with your staff for 10 minutes, after casting 1 spell, and then you can't cast anything forever. It was so dumb. And then the pacing of the game, which, mods can't really fix. You just kind of have to know. I thought that was loot. You just kind of have to know that you need to not spend 10 hours in the hinterlands. Once you've done the main quest thing there, you just kind of gotta leave. You just gotta do it on your own. And if you do that, the pacing feels a lot better. Who would have thought? Who'd have thunk it? But yeah, it is. See, shit like that just feels so over the top to me. You know what I mean? Because, like, why don't they have this in Thedas? They have mage circles. The mage circles literally serve the common, the crown and the common folk. They go out and they do magical shit. You know what I mean? Where were these at down there? Why are the magisters doing these? Why are the magisters making this shit here? Mages rule, right? Why? What's the point? Because it's cool. That's why. Doesn't matter if it fits in. Doesn't matter if it feels like it breaks the like magical lore of the world. You know what I mean? Where magic is this like dangerous thing that you have to be.
Look around and you'll find something. We've got, I don't know.
Damn.
Something you might need?
I can't sell any of this here. He's got an upgrade for me. 25% stagger on ability use. Yeah.
It's well
I came down here
You
to
have my
procure
word.
particular items. I'm told Docktown is a discreet place to shop.
That sucks. So where is he at? Right there. Okay.
Who dies next? Latest chapter of Ophidian Hall.
I might save my money because I really want to upgrade my knife. Yeah, I think I'm going to save my money because I want to upgrade that knife I got. Let's go back to here. We're gonna go to we're gonna go to the lighthouse here in just a second. I just want to do this.
You had me followed.
A doobie doobie doo. And
Always good to see you in here, Rook.
sell valuables. Sell all. All right. Was it you that had the thing that I wanted? No. No, that's not it. Oh, I could buy it from you for 200. Oh. Okay. Let's do that. Wait, didn't I just do that?
Keeps.
Didn't I just upgrade that? And did I just do something very stupid? No, it upgraded it. Yeah, it upgraded it. That's so weird. Yeah, that's really good. Stagger on ability use. I don't really know what that means necessarily. Like, how long does the 25% stagger last? Is it just instantaneous on that ability? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. Anywho.
Safe out there.
Okay. Let's go back to the lighthouse. A doobie doobie doo 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 a doo wah doo wah doo wah. And off we go to Varric. You know, I really like this chair. The only problem I have with it, dude, is it's making my back sweat like a mug, man. It's crazy. It's because it's leather. That's why. Oh. All right. So you know what we're going to do then? We are going to stand up for a little bit. Nice. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Onward. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things, man, where it feels like I'm not even a Kunari, right? That choosing a Kunari was just a skin. That it doesn't actually do anything. Because I have yet to actually face any consequences for being a Kunari. No one's even mentioned the fact that I'm a Kunari, at least as far as I remember. You know what I mean? No. Somebody did. It was the Shadow Dragon lady. Yep. She mentioned it. That the people of Tevinter might not like the fact that I'm a Qunari. Even though I walk around unimpeded, no problems, nobody says shit to me, nobody does anything to me. It would be kind of cool if I walked around and people commented about me being a Qunari and how much they don't like me. And, you know, like passively threatening me or something. Or when I walk into a back alley, I get, you know, set upon by thugs and they're like, oh yeah, this is this Qunari bitch, let's kill his ass. You know, something like that. Nothing.
There you are. I haven't seen much of you lately. I was getting worried. Everything all right? Wait, that dagger. I've seen it before.
Solus was using it at the ritual site.
Should have had it for a while. What the
Before
fuck?
that. Shit, it can't be. Look at it, Rook.
Like, why did Varric say that again when we've already seen a scene of the gods themselves talking about how they need to make one out of red lyrium? Am I missing something here?
Just tell me already.
Remember that story I told you about me and Hawk, Meredith and Orsino? How the trouble started in Kirkwall? On our expedition to the Deep Roads, that's what we found. That's what my brother tried to kill us for.
What?
An idol made of red lyrium. That sang a song which drove anyone who heard it mad.
Okay.
Sure, it's the same thing.
Oh, look at it. It's changed, but it's the same size. Same ring at the top. Not to mention, it's pure lyrium. No
But it was red.
Not even the dwarves in Orzammar work pure lyrium like that. It's too dangerous.
If that's true, if this dagger is the red lyrium idol from your story, how did Solus cleanse it of the blight?
I have no idea.
Do I need to go talk to Solus?
I believe you found it.
Oh, hey, Rook. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
No, go ahead. So weak.
No. Something wrong?
Things are weird, but I'm adjusting, I think. That's not what I came in here for, though.
All right, Harding. What's on your mind?
So, the
Why are you still
Wolves-
injured?
I know some. A married couple Varric and I met while we were tracking Solus.
I'd almost forgot about that. I really am getting too old for this shit.
You think they'll talk to us? After the first warden and everything?
It's worth a try. I can write them and hope.
Okay. Let's see who's in our corner.
Damn it. I should be out there with you. Bianca's getting cranky cooped up in here.
So, she has a heal. Harding has a heal. Lucanus has a heal. Nev has a heal. We all have healing potions. And 2 mages. Dos Magnus. And he's still injured. And they haven't even, like, mentioned that, oh, it's because the lyrium did damage to his body, but he's a fucking dwarf, dude. That shouldn't like, affect him at all. Oh, but it did, and magical energies are preventing him from using healing magic. They didn't even say anything like that. Nope. I have to write that to make it make sense. I have to. Just like Harding being injured. I had to write that to make it make sense. They didn't do shit. And it just irritates the living shit out of me, dude. It's so weak. Urgh. Weak sauce.
Need and knowledge.
Oh, we can rank it up. Nice. A rook likes shiny things. Great. Oh. What is that I don't have? Interesting. We can level that up. Okay, increase. All it does is increase healing? Nah, I'm good on that. I don't have the mats for that. What do we got here? Ability damage? Yeah, I'll take that. With some defense, sure. And we got our staff. 4, 11, 17. It's a lot of fucking stagger, man. Sure. Sure. Yeah, we're just gonna leave that about. I don't really need to care about any of that shit. What we got here? We get any more? No. Okay. Oh, looky, looky, looky. He's got a quest. What up, Home Slice?
Rook, Ilario sent word. He's got intel on Zara. He wants to meet up. Fancy a trip to Treviso?
Sounds like fun.
Really? That's it? Coffee with the crows. Lovely. Lovely, boys. Lovely. And... more quests.
This was with my things. It looks like your handwriting. I didn't read it. Well, a couple of words. I thought it might be one of mine. I don't even know how it got there.
It's those wisps. I need more wards.
Oh, I can help with that.
I started this. I'll deal with it.
Or just move somewhere else.
I tried. They followed me.
Isn't that sarcasm?
Maybe they like you.
Like, seriously, who wrote this shit?
Do you follow the chantry? The pendant. I noticed it's Andrastian.
I barely keep the holidays. It's from an old job.
Oh, which one? Maybe I read about it in a Tivinter paper.
I'm barely in the papers.
Oh, but when you are, it's on the edge of something exciting. What about that one story with the demon, the diamond, and the deadbeat magister? Oh, they mentioned you twice.
That was a hit piece.
That tells me you're a big enough name to have enemies.
No, but the magister was. Some Docktown
It's
nobody
like-
gets involved with his case.
There's no point.
That's good gossip. They forgot my name in a week. The real trick with that job was the client ratting me out to the demon.
What?
It's always something. Funny how that didn't make the print. Tell me you read the rest of the paper too?
Oh, yes. Sometimes they have these stories, serials. They're thrilling, except they come out in pieces. I only see a few papers a year. I never know how the stories end.
Two choices.
These papers are from Minrathous, right? I'm guessing there's blood magic, murder, tears.
That checks out.
Who's the second most innocent character? 10 gold says they're the killer.
What about the most innocent?
I don't know. They die.
What?
All right, Belle. You get me the name of your serial, I'll try and track the ending. Just don't say we didn't warn you. I'd like to go back anyway. Spend time in Docktown, pick up gossip.
Want company?
Why not? Ready to go when you are.
Okie dokie. No quest from Harding.
If you want a more comfortable space, I'm sure there's empty rooms we haven't found yet.
I'd rather be somewhere I can smell soil and plants. Familiar, you know?
I do.
Yes, because she's a scout. Can't have any more dimensions than that, can we? Nope. Nope. Guess not. Oh, now she does rock magic. So at least she's two-dimensional, right? And oh, there she is. Okay. Apparently that was us talking to her, so good job. Good job. Good job. Is there something under there? No. Fine, I guess. Yeah, sometimes, man, I'm like in awe of just how stupid the writing is. It's like the person that planned out all the dialogue trees had no idea what they were doing. They just kind of shuffled them around. Some of the bad boy responses feel like they are actually made for the good boy, and some of them feel like they're made for the comic relief and shit. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to be right back. So stand by to stand by to stand by. We shall return right after these messages from my break screen. Stay tuned, my dudes, for more right here at the Tango Hotel. I think I'm going to go... How much coffee I got left? Yeah, I think I'm going to go make my smoothie for the afternoon. So it's going to be a few minutes, and then we'll be back. Stay tuned. Just a wee bit. Nada. 2 towers. 2 freaking towers. Look at that shit. This game is so freaking cheating.
Here are rats.
What kind of bullshit is that, man? 2 of them.
Move.
Right next to one another. Oh no, you shall not pass. That's right, you heard me, you heard me. Did I stutter? Did I stutter? No, no. You shall not pass.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
Shall not. Unfair to the aliens, get that shit. Actually, you know what, dudes? I hate to do this, but I'm really not feeling this game no more. Yeah, I was just washing my hands to get ready to go make my thing, and I'm just... I mean, like, if I were playing it offline, I might be having more fun, but, like, I really feel like I can't just bring any enthusiasm with this game. Because it's so disappointing. And so just... Yeah, so I think we're going to call the stream there today, and I'm probably not going to play it next time I stream. So we'll probably be playing Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader because the dialogue's banging. So on that note, my friends, it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor, and apologies for cutting the stream short today. I know I don't stream as much as I used to, so yeah, absolutely, Joker, no problem, man. Like I said, it's just one of those deals where I guarantee you I'd be having more fun playing Origins 2 or even 3. So because every time I select one of the dialogue options, I'm hoping beyond hope that at least he says something slightly offensive or upsetting or insulting to some asshole that's in my face, and it's just not. So, I will catch you guys later. Love your faces. I'll see you next time. Peace out, bros. Peace out.